Hi, everyone. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Sew and Talk Tuesday today. I'll just give it a minute for it to come up on my YouTube. I might be talking a little early, but hi. I'm good. So I see there's quite a few people in here already. And whoops, I just got rid of my chat. I need to keep it. Jessica Lee's here, and she's listening in. Joe, Benny Style by Joe is here, and I'm here, it says. And Melanie. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Deb, the Pug Mama Quilter. And hi, Lisa, the Awkward Quilter GA. And let's see, Mona. Hi, Mona. Mona did what? And Agnes is in here. Hello, Agnes. How are you doing today? I'm looking down at my iPad, so if you guys see me looking away a little bit, I'll try to get it lined up a little bit better for you. But anyway, I hope you're doing good today. I've been sewing and trying different things and doing that. I hope the setup's okay for you, because what I'm going to end up showing you is this is my jacket that I did. Everybody saying hi. This is my jacket that I did. And I could at least show it to you, I guess. I don't have it on yet because I'm still sewing the binding on. And what I did is I sewed it to the front side. So that means I have to hand sew it to the back side. If I had put the binding on the front, on the back, I could have machine sewed it, but it's all is good. All is good. Did I see Janet or Janice? Jacket. Oh, pretty jacket. Thank you, Mona. Thank you, Mona. So this is, it's like there's a lag in this screen here. So this is, I did this from back quarters, and I have a lot left. So, and I just did different, like 6 and 8-inch lengths here, and I made all these 3, so they finished off at 3.5. And just to let you see, I did a stitch in the ditch. No, I didn't. I did a quarter inch away on each side. Let's see. I got the sweatshirt 2 sizes bigger than I needed, and it feels like it's 2 sizes bigger than I needed. But it's okay. I can put a sweater, or not a sweater, but long sleeves on underneath it. Hi, Lori. How you doing? I'm just showing them my coat, my quilted coat made out of a sweatshirt. So it comes down a little further on the sleeves, but if I would have cut that to make that not as deep in the shoulders, the sleeve wouldn't have fit properly back into it. So I just left it. So this is my binding. I'll let you see. I'll even let you see the other side, or make it easier on myself, huh? Can you see that? I think I hid my stitches pretty good. Jim's in here. Hi, Jim. How you doing? What I did is this is the inside now, just so you can see, and you see the channels where I've sewn, and that. Can you see them? I think you can. And I serged my seams. And that could be why it's a little bit bigger too, because this is ended up being more like a 1/4 inch instead of 5/8 or anything like that. But it is what it is. Hi, Melissa. How you doing? Good to see you in here. I'll show you the back of it just to give you a preview. I'm going to back up. This is the back. The front, what I did on the front is, you know, if I would have cut once I cut the waistband, the neckband off, it would have been square here. So I just curved it. I just made a curve. Had a round ruler and just cut it this way. So that's it. But I saved a little bit. Don't have to do it right now, but I saved a little bit because I didn't know if anybody was interested in how to put the binding on the where's my sleeve, on the sleeve when you're attaching it, because you know we got a small area and it's round. And I did find out, you know, you always, whenever we're doing a quilt, we leave extra room. Well, I'll get my seam ripper out because I'm going to unpick a little bit because I need more. Now, when I get going and I do it, doesn't mean that it's the correct way. It works. It is one of the ways to do it. But anyway, let me see. I think that is one of my all-time favorite fabric lines. Yes, I like it. Is that for your winter kisses? Everybody's just really getting their blocks done and their quilts done right now. So that's good. I played today on, you know, we're doing our block. Some of us is doing, we chose blocks. I think there was 10 of us or 12 of us that chose blocks that we wanted to make. It's on Mona's Discord. And we'll make each other's blocks plus our own, but we don't have to send it out or mail it out. It's sort of like a swap without swapping, which is really nice because it really saves some money too. So I did a test block today and I put the picture up in Discord. I won't show it on here because we do it on Discord and I don't want to do that without it being okay too. So, but I did do it, and I think I'm going to redo it because I didn't think I had enough contrast between my colors. So who knows? I could do a whole quilt in the block. Oh, and the block I did was the one I chose. So because I wanted to make sure that it was going to work out good and not be a problem for anybody. And if I needed to, I could tell them that it wasn't good. So let's see. Jim's in here and Chris is in here. What have you guys been up to today? I know Deb's got her quilt ready for borders. I'm just seeing Katie's crafts. Yeah, I said hi to Chris. It's good to see you. I'll show you what else I've been up to. I think Katie's in here too. The Greenland Quilter and Melanie, but I think they're on the other channel, the other live. And I asked them, I invited them over to this one because I wasn't seeing them on this one. So I don't know now that I've gone live if I will or not. So Mona was, I was sewing kitty ears in Discord. Ah, what was the kitty ears for? I'll have to go in and check, Mona. And I hope you don't mind, but Mona wants to do, I'm going to show it to him, Mona. She wants to do this on Friday. And she invited me to join her. So join her at 2:00. That would be great. Oh, yes, I remember the kitty quilt. Yeah, for your daughter and daughter-in-law. Yeah, the that has to be cute. Let me see. You sewing ears, so you were doing probably like the flip and stitch type. You'll have to show us that. You'll have to end up showing us. Okay, thank you. So anyhow, what have I been doing? I've been working on this because I want to get this done, and I almost have all my binding hand sewed down. Like I said, I have to do the sleeve. I think you all seen this that I'm working on for my sister. Right now, I changed the label, this one. I want to make sure you can see it there. I changed this to a cream color. It was white, and I had all more creams in here, so this will tuck in under here when it's done. And I'll fuse this on and maybe do a couple tacking stitches on, and in the mill it goes. So I'm just going to put that. This has been fun. Oh, look, see, I did the thread painting on that, where this was that hanky that was my mom's. And so I did a little bit of the thread painting, did little French knots here. I just ran a string of burgundy in through here. I'll probably stitch this down a little bit, but then this I put the pink in, and I just tacked this lace on. So, and it was easy. It was fun. I felt like I was in 4th grade again, doing crafts and art class. You know, did you ever do anything like that? Oh, no, these are floppy ears. Oh, those would be cute, Mona. Okay. Yeah, it would have. Yeah. Ooh, it would have been easier to do it as flying geese for the ears. But you know what? You're going to have something that's really cute. Thanks. Thank you about the heart. Jim, oh, yeah, you're taking a break because you've been in your barn, sewing barn this morning, bright and early. I know that I saw that you were going to go in there and that. So, and you're probably working on your quilt, aren't you, that you have basted together? Jim, are you going to machine sew that, quilt that, or are you going to hand quilt it, or are you having somebody else quilt it for you? Yeah, I think my sister will love this because it would have been her 60th wedding anniversary, February 19th, and I was her flower girl. I know I told you that last time. So I kind of wanted to do something to kind of let her know, hey, I'm thinking about you. And if she wants to frame it, she can. So it's flat enough. There's no things like that, but I didn't want to mail a frame because it would be a lot more expensive than sending it floppy. So, and then I think I showed you this too, everybody, that I was doing, that I found my Dresden quilt blocks. I have to put the circle in, but I have like 10 of these blocks to go in a quilt, and I couldn't find it for a couple of years. And then I found it. It was underneath the dresser in a container that had slid under. But I was doing doing blanket stitches, glutton for punishment, I guess. But this is something that I don't have to get done right away. I can do it as I want. And okay, let's see. Just checking on you guys here. Oh, I don't know how many people joined Katie and I on Sunday for our So Long for Alice's Wonderland. Of course, there was a glitch, probably a 20 to 25-minute glitch at the very beginning. Misty, I like Dresden's too. And Misty, Made by Misty, is saying hello to everyone. Hi, Misty. Glad to see you in here. Okay, that's good, Jim. That'll work. Doing straight line quilting. I think it looks good. Well, I did it on here. So anyway, on Sunday I had glitches. I mean, I don't know what happened. It was like I went on my live stream, and when I went and clicked to go live, it said I had deleted that live, but I hadn't. But I had been doing some different things, so I probably it was probably something that I did. So I had to go out of that and completely and reschedule or redo a live and do all the little things you have to do along with it. And then it worked out fine. I always have first time jitters. I'm always nervous a little bit about, doing things and that, but it went well. I think after we got going, you got to get your feet wet. You got to, but I'm going to show you some of the blocks. This is one. This is the rail fence. These are 6.5 inch. So they finish inside the quilt at 6. And everybody chose different fabrics and different ways that they did it. You'll see some on my Discord under Alice's Wonderland or Katie's Corner. We're posting pictures, and Katie posted pictures of hers too. This was the Amish bar or something. I can't remember now. I'm thinking off the top of my head, but this was the first block, and it, you can see that they're basic blocks. It was showing you how to strip piece and then cut it. And then we did the 9 patch. I got a 30s theme going. This and yeah, did I make mistakes on Sunday? Yeah, I did. I cut when you were supposed to cut, like they had you strip piece these also, this and this together. And then this was a single block. Well, when I went to trim it like I was supposed to, cut it in half, I cut it in half the wrong way. So I sewed it together during class and said, it's wrong. But so this is my redo. I was able to use everything but the cream fabric. I redid that. but these I was able to use the other 5. Then this is the checkerboard. Look at that. Colorful, isn't it? So all the blocks end up being the same size. So far, it's been pretty good with explaining how to do it. It's going to progress as we go along. It's going to get, right now it's very beginner friendly, but going into after the next week, it will go into doing half square triangles. And so if somebody hasn't done those before, it shows how to do 1 at a or 2 at a time, or do 4 at a time, and I think 6 at a time, 8 at a time. I can't remember right now. I looked at it this morning, but so everybody will learn that, and we'll go into doing a lot of blocks that have half square triangles. So we're gonna get into it. They're getting their feet wet right now. Misty, you have a channel, huh? Oh, if anybody, go ahead now, drop your link. It's share, SHARE. Just that's all it is, and it will share your link to your YouTube group. I haven't been on YouTube this morning at all because I was busy kind of preparing and doing other things. So I don't know what is going on for sure, but I'm going to be excited to watch it later. I know that, let me see, tonight in Discord, Lisa's Discord, Zaza does EPP and hand sewing, where you could, but you have to belong to the group. And I know Lise Beck is on at 3 o'clock today, right after me. And there's some things that's going to be changing. People's going to change up. Even I think Teresa Louise said something about going on in live or doing something on a Tuesday night. So I'm not sure. A lot of things, a lot of different things. Some things like Thursday nights, some things are all at the same time. But you know what? We can't watch everybody live every time, but we can watch the replays. And that's kind of nice because you can do it on your own time, casually, and you're supporting everybody. And Joe had a great, okay, yeah, okay, Melissa, I'll watch Joe. She's been really having some good content with what she's working on. And what's interesting, I had read an article before that, FPP, close your ears, Lisa, was going to be one of the I don't want to say trends, but one of the things, like last year was a lot of scraps and used inner scraps, and it's going to be a lot of people doing not EPP, foundation paper piecing, and that. So everybody go on over, watch Joe, see what she's been doing. She's been doing an introductory to it, to foundation paper piecing. I know that we'll just to talk about that a little bit. Katie and Sean on Sundays are doing a legit kit, their own legit kits, but that's foundation paper piecing. It's the first one that Katie has done in a legit kit, and I have one, a legit kit, and it gave me incentive to try to do one for to get started on it. I have it organized and everything. I just have to cut the fabric, cut the piece, and sew it. Start sewing. And Kate's been working on some. The Greenland quilter has been working on some foundation paper piecing in other quilts that she's done. She's doing a 28. She has challenged herself to a 28-day challenge to do 28 lives in the month of February. Now, she might be a guest and be on a live with somebody. She's supposed to be on this evening. I think it's correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Eastern Standard Time, it's either 5:30 or 6:30 Eastern Standard Time she's going to be on. And let's see. I want to give a shout out to others, what they're doing. So make sure you're dropping your links. Lisa's going back to lurking. Okay. I understand you're busy this month for sure. Hi, Zaza. Thanks for joining. I was telling them about your doing your EPP tonight. So, hey, if you're doing English paper piecing or just hand stitching, anything, go on in, join the conversation. Zaza and I went in and I was hand stitching. She was sewing binding on and things like that. So we, it's all the same somehow, some way. Misty saying hello to everyone yet. Okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm doing here. If you guys want to have any questions or want to talk or want to drop your channel, if you like this, you can hit like. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to, I'd appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who's joining in and joins me every Tuesday. I'm just taking some more of this out. I'll see if it works good. Hopefully this camera should be able to see. Now I'm not taking this. I don't know if I'm going to take this to the iron or not, because I like to find about the halfway mark. And I want to make sure I have enough there. And I leave about a 1/4 inch gap is what I do. Let's see if I can get something to get that to. I like to crease it because it lets me know where to place them. Okay, so now you have them like this. This can even be in your quilt. I know people put their bindings together differently. But this one, the one that's on the left, I open it up. You barely see, I can barely see that mark. If I pressed it with an iron, I'd be able to see it real well. But that lets me know how close I have to have it. Now I take the other one. See, this one's up. This one is going to be face down. So I'll take this one, and there is lines. I don't know if you can see that line here and a line here. I'm going to line that up. Sometimes you have to maneuver a little bit. Okay, so that's there. Now I want to open this one up. I like to put a pin in so that it doesn't move on me. Now open this and up the rest of the way. And if I needed more room, I would just take a little bit more out of there. And I just want to make sure that my line's lined up there. So if you look, the one on the left is face up. The one on my right is face down. By putting the crease in it with the iron, it first of all, it has a crease here, and you put a crease going the other way. So it helps you line them up and get them in the place you want. And like I said, I do about, I leave about a 1/4 inch, something like that. Now this is a sleeve, so I have the bed of my, let me see if I can get this in. I have the bed off. Actually, I don't have to do that with that. I don't have to put that in there. I got enough room. So I'm just gonna, I know you got to manipulate this a little bit. I want this to lay flat. Okay, so the one on the left is underneath. One on the right is on top. Now, if I go here, I follow this line. That's my middle. And I can go to this. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take this pin out and go to here. Now I'm going to check this. Make sure I got it right. Take my pin out. Yeah, see? You always want to check before you cut, because you can always take out. Does that make sense? Oh, so Laura, you've been sick. Yeah, I heard that. You're getting over a cold. I'm sorry about that. Hi. Oh, Jess is in here. And Joydy. Boy, everybody's just joined since Hi, Jess. How you doing? Did you see? You'll have to see this is my jacket. I'm doing the binding on the sleeve right now. So then I just go ahead and that's how I attach. That's how I attach the strips together. The two strips. I do it in my quilt too, like that. Others, there's different techniques and that you can use. And I normally press this too, so this is nice and flat. But I'm just going to finger press it. Bring it back on over here. And I just will line it back up. And then what's nice is if you do have a sewing machine that has a free arm that you can slide the sleeve on, that's great. But if you don't, I would probably have this turned, I would do it this way. Can you see that? Where underneath it's out of the way, and then I would be sewing it on. And then when it advances, I would go ahead and pull that out and make sure that it was out of the way again. It's like bag making. That, when you're doing a bag, you got to make sure that the other part of the bag is out of there, out of your way. So if I did this right, It's going over that seam. Got to make sure that I am staying. Okay. Got it. That's it. Now you know how to put binding on. I'm raising you up here to look. So Laura's been folding fabric all day. Well, at least that's something that you can feel like you can do, you know. Oh boy. So you had family and then you both ended up with colds. Oh, you probably wore yourself out. That's probably what happened. Then I press. I like to take it to the iron and I'll press this out this way. So it's flat. Got a thread here. And then I just, now you could use clips. Or pins. But you kind of want to make sure that you're staying pretty even on each side. I'm not going to clip all this. Let's see. I'm going to find my needle. Okay. I don't know if anybody's interested. Have you ever hand bound? Anybody not know how to sew down binding by hand? I'll do a couple stitches. I'm going to move this in here. I'll probably sew it. But I'm just getting it out of my way here. Getting it into your view. Okay. So see, I just did the clips. And I have, now this needle makes my my fingers slip on it. I need that grip stuff or something. I wrap this so that I wouldn't, I wrap my thread so that I wouldn't unthread it. Okay. I'm using a single thread. And I'm using a very lightweight because then it hides. This is what I use, but I'm a long armor and I have this. So that's why I use it. It's by So Fine. Superior makes it. It's polyester. So I have it on hand, so I do it. I don't know if you can see or not. I'm checking on you guys here. Laura, you're trying to get better organized. It feels good when you do stuff, you know? Be right back. Okay. Yeah, hot tea and honey will help if you have a cough, Laura. I'd say, but I for you, I don't know if it would be good or tolerable on your system, but a lot of times people will do hot toddies. They put just a little bit of bourbon or whiskey in there and it breaks up the mucus or something. I mean, it's not to where you're drinking to, you know, ugh, I'm hitting the thing. Okay. So hopefully you can see. So what I do is, here's where I ended it right there. So I just go a little bit behind it and I just take a bite and I'm coming in through here. The smaller you do it this way, the more it hides your thread. If I took bigger stitches or more gaps within there, it would show more. But that's all you do is just nip it. And I'm only getting just a little bit of it. I'm not going into the front at all. Anybody else like hand stitching? I do. You do that at night sometimes for the coughing fits. Yes. Okay. I didn't know if you could, but it will. It kind of soothes it a little bit. So Zaza, are you going live at all during this week other than your Saturday at 7? Because I know sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Life gets busy, huh? You're getting ready for a trip here, which is great. I'm looking forward to seeing you and getting to meet you and your husband. So we're supposed to get some more snow or wintry mix, I guess. That's what they said. I guess this is going to be the year for it. My grandson has worked from home the last few days because of the roads. They plowed the primary roads, but the secondary roads they didn't touch at all. Well, school buses can't pick up kids. And what it turned into is when you know, the snow we had, when you drive on it, it just packs down into a slippery mess, slippery slope. Okay. See you, Lisa. Have a good meeting. Thanks for joining. No extra lives this week. I'll be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good. That will be great. And yeah, it's hard to do. You know, it would be hard to do 2 lives that you had to have a different content every time. You know, so that could be. I give credit to the ones that do that. I Joydy. Oh, Zaza. Yes, Joydy. Zaza did say that she was going to do EPP tonight. I believe she is. I think I seen something about it. And June. Hi, June. Did I say hi to you earlier? My watch. My husband found a phone, somebody's phone, deep in the snow on his walk with our little Lacey today, and of course, it's locked, so you can't get into it, but you can press the side button and tell it to who does this phone belong to, and it said the first name, and then we said, do you have a secondary number to call? But it didn't answer. They didn't have it, and they had this one on silenced. So my husband put it back on where you could hear it, but it didn't ring or anything. And I says, yeah, they probably gave up on it. They probably already have gone out and bought a new phone. But we'll get it to them. He was gonna go take a walk and then check to see if he could find out what was going on. I don't know. What else should I do? Well, I have to do I'm not going to do anything right now, but okay, June asked a question. Are you using a single thread or a double thread? I'm using a single. Oh, good. I'm glad you like to hand sew, June. I use the single thread, and I use a fine. You can, I think this 60 weight, 50 weight. It might be 50 weight, but it's very fine. But it's strong, and I have it in all different colors, and so it doesn't tend to. It hides in the fabric, which is it's nice. And then yeah, I just take little nips as I go along. Well, there. And if you want to know how I tie off and what I do, I go right back behind where I had just came out. I'm and then I got to make sure that this isn't going to tangle on me. Let's see. Trying to get that untangled. Okay, I'm going for a loop here. Is what I'm doing. I'm making it harder than it is. Okay, so here's my loop. I go through this twice, that loop, so that when I pull it, it's going to make a knot. But see, I ended up having a loop here. That's okay. I can hide this within the seam. And then what I would do is I can run this between my fabric, with this being a sweatshirt. If you were doing it and you wanted to hide your thread, you could do it underneath the binding here. See this this needle, my hand slipped. And then that way you don't have to worry about it. Well, I'm going to end up with a good knot here. So what happens when you keep going? Oh, well, I'll get it out. Most usually I'll lay my hand down like this across the thread. Then as it's going, it won't knot up on you. If you can use thread conditioner, that helps. But and don't use too long of a thread, because the more it goes through, well, it's not going to go through for me. Okay, well, this is what you do when that happens. You get your scissors, you cut that off there, and then I can pull this out the other way. And I should be able to pull this out, this one too. Isn't this exciting? I'm not going to worry about that. You know why? Because I'm going to tuck it down. And it's going to go in here under the binding. See? And I'll sew it down. Now I got my loop out of here and my knot, and I have enough thread that I can rethread my needle and finish off and be done. Okay, that was quilting 101. Binding 101. Hi, Ellen. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. She said hi, quietly watching in the bushes. Just left. Oh, ENT. Wow. Your blood pressure was low. Ears, nose, and throat. You have an infection? So anyhow, I don't have much more to share with you today. I enjoy when you guys come in and spend some time with me. Yeah. Whenever you do anything on a live, though, your mistakes, they're going to be there. But you know what? When you're not live and you're off on your own doing it, you're going to still make those same mistakes. So those are happy little accidents. No, we love you too, Ellen. Feel better. Zaza saying hi again. Hi. You know what? I'll let you go. Elise Beck, if anybody that's in here is an English paper piecer or curious or wants to start or just doesn't have anything to do right now and wants to watch something, go watch Elise Beck on YouTube. It is Elise Beck. So Baek is the last name. And then make sure you check Joe's Vintage Style by Joe. Make sure you check her out. And I think Miss Ellen is live on Thursdays. I want to say 6 or 6:30. She can correct me if I'm wrong, but on Thursdays, she go, and that's G Quat Traditions. Very interesting lady. I love your storytelling and how you tell it. It's like it grabs your interest. It makes you want to listen. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Well, I'm going to let you go. Oh, you changed it. Hey, wait. Is that Eastern Standard Time? 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? I'm going to wait until I find out. I think it is because you're up in Connecticut, I think you said. So check her out. Check everybody out. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to let you go, and I might see you in Elisa's live. Have a good day.